With this orthokeratology patient, we have someone who's new to ortho-K, has worn wave lenses for one night, and we can see the post-wear topographies after the first night of treatment, and it looks like the patient is well on his way to treatment. The treatment zones are not perfectly centered, but for one night, I'm not concerned about that at all. These will settle down nicely. They may not settle down centered, but they may, and I think it's too early to make any changes. I will bring up the patient's lenses, and I don't see anything unusual with the lens designs. I noticed that in this case we are going with the G-Sim lens, which I think is a good idea, and perhaps this is a good time to review or look into when I might use a freeform lens. And what I like to do is with the newest version of Wave, if you click on the little area right here that tells you what kind of tear graph Wave is displaying, we can switch to a freeform tear graph. And this is Wave's way of representing the true cornea. And we can see if we put a G-Sim lens on a freeform cornea, and most corneas will be a little bit asymmetric, we can see that it doesn't line up the way that a simulated G-Sim cornea would align underneath our G-Sim lens. So if we look around here, we do see some areas where we've got some excessive clearance, but overall it looks okay. If we look at the left eye, we also see there's some areas where we're getting some clearance, and what I look for is stuff like this. This worries me a little bit. This worries me not at all. This one we're potentially getting some lift right at the back of the treatment zone or the reverse curve by a very flat periphery in the cornea, and if we don't get a pretty good seal here, then we will get kind of a muddy treatment zone appearance on the post-wear topography. It's really not that bad, and so I'm happy to let this patient go ahead and wear the lenses for maybe a full week before I decide what to do. Something that looks like this, where we have over 20 microns of clearance potentially out in the periphery, really doesn't worry me at all. So I think this is a case where although we could go to a freeform lens, we probably don't need to, and I think G-Sim is a great choice. That said, it seems like your patient is on his way to target regardless, and I think just given a little bit more time, we'll have a better idea whether or not we really need to change the lens. So at this time, I would recommend no lens changes. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching.